Some betrayals don't end with shouting or broken plates. Sometimes they end with a silence so loud it crushes you. This is the story of a woman who cheated, and instead of revenge or anger, her partner just walked away, leaving her with nothing but regret. I never thought I'd be the one to destroy everything. People like me always imagine we're the ones who get hurt, the ones who stay faithful while someone else breaks our heart. But no, this time I was the villain. And the worst part? He didn't yell. He didn't even argue. He just walked out, leaving his keys on the counter, leaving me with my guilt, and leaving all of his things behind like they meant nothing. I still remember the moment it happened. The day Daniel found out. Daniel and I had been together for 4 years. He wasn't flashy or overly romantic, but he was stable, kind, and someone I could count on. We lived together in a small apartment, decorated with thrift store finds and the results of late-night IKEA runs. Our life wasn't perfect, but it was ours. Then I met Liam. Liam was everything Daniel wasn't. Unpredictable, exciting, dangerous in that cliché kind of way. He was a co-worker I had barely noticed until he got stuck working late on a project one night. He had this crooked smile and a way of making me feel like the only person in the room. It was intoxicating. The first time I crossed a line, I told myself it was a mistake, something I'd take to my grave. But mistakes don't text you at midnight or bring you coffee just to see you smile. And I didn't stop him. Daniel didn't suspect a thing, at least not at first. He still kissed my forehead before leaving for work, still made me tea when I was stressed. I don't know what I was thinking, trying to juggle the two of them. Maybe I thought I deserved a thrill. Maybe I just wanted to feel wanted in a way I hadn't felt in years. But guilt is a strange thing. It creeps into your smile, your voice, your touch. And Daniel noticed. One night, I came home late. My phone had died, or at least that's what I told him. He was sitting on the couch, his face unreadable. The TV was on, but he wasn't watching. He was holding my phone. The phone that wasn't supposed to be home. The phone I'd left at the office. "Who's Liam?" he asked quietly. His voice wasn't angry. It wasn't even cold. It was just tired. I froze. My stomach dropped like I'd been pushed off a cliff. I tried to answer, but my throat went dry. He didn't wait for an explanation. He just set my phone on the coffee table, stood up, and walked past me. "Daniel, wait." I started, but he was already in the bedroom. I followed him, panicking, my words tumbling out in a mess of apologies and excuses. He didn't respond. He calmly pulled a duffel bag from under bed, but he didn't pack it. He just stood there for a moment, like he was deciding something. Then he left. He left without packing a single thing. His clothes, his books, his laptop, everything stayed. It was like he couldn't stand to take anything that had been touched by me. The silence in the apartment that night was unbearable. I sat on the floor by the door, waiting for him to come back. He didn't. The next day, his friend came by with a spare key. No explanation. No anger. Just a short message. He won't be coming back. I called him dozens of times. I texted until my phone overheated in my hands. All I got was silence. I went to his workplace. He wouldn't see me. His friend stopped answering my messages, too. It was like he had erased me overnight. Days passed, and his things remained in the apartment like ghosts. His favorite mug with the chipped handle. The sweater he always wore on cold mornings. The books on his nightstand. All of it just sat there, untouched. I thought maybe this meant he'd come back. Maybe he just needed time. But he didn't come back. Instead, a letter showed up in our mailbox, addressed to me. It wasn't long, barely a page, but I've read it 100 times since then. It said, "I loved you enough to forgive almost anything, but I can't stay with someone who doesn't choose me when I'm right in front of them. I don't want my things. I don't want anything that reminds me of what we were. I hope one day you realize what you lost." No threats, no insults, just finality. That's when it hit me. He wasn't leaving to punish me. He was leaving because he was done. And that hurt more than any screaming fight ever could. I tried to distract myself. I threw myself into work, into meaningless conversations with people who didn't know the mess I'd made. Liam, the guy I'd ruined everything for, quickly grew bored of me. He was all charm and fire until he realized I wasn't some shiny conquest anymore. 2 weeks after Daniel left, Liam ghosted me, too. I came home one night and sat on the couch, staring at the apartment like it was a crime scene. Daniel's life was still there, his books, his favorite jacket on the back of the chair. But he was gone, and I knew I couldn't just wait for him to forgive me. I thought about showing up at his parents' house, begging him to talk to me. But every time I imagined it, I saw the look in his eyes that night, that look of someone who had already decided I wasn't worth another word. I cheated and I lost everything, and the silence he left behind was louder than any argument we'd ever had. Sometimes I catch myself picking up his sweater, just to smell the faint trace of his cologne. It's pathetic. I know I'm the one who betrayed him. Yet here I am, clinging to what's left like some broken shell of the person I used to be. People think being caught is the worst part of cheating. It's not. The worst part is realizing too late that you traded something real for something that was never going to last. Daniel hasn't come back, and deep down I know he never will. It's rare for a story to end without drama, but sometimes silence is the loudest answer.